Hello and welcome to the Galloping Gurus, your home for daily horse racing analysis, race previews and expert insights. If you enjoy our content, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you never miss an update. Or for even more in-depth analysis, join the Galloping Gurus membership club at gallopinggurus.com, where you'll receive our exclusive race analysis before the markets even open, giving you access to our thoughts ahead of the day's racing. It's all about getting that value, and if you get it the day before, then you'll certainly be getting exactly that. Ciao, ciao. You right? How you doing?
Yeah.
All good?
All good, Jay?
Yeah, not too bad. What's happening then, mate? You all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not a lot.
Few couple of interesting ones today. You seen that old Hakeem Adrar that I mentioned in the first at Brighton there for the Martin Dunn lot?
Yeah, a little bit of money for it, yeah.
Sheesh. 20s into 9-2, top price 4-1, 7-2. I mean, crikey, absolutely. In a 7-runner race, it's been fairly well played, isn't it? So definitely, obviously, going to be interested to see how it goes. But yeah, couple of others as well. Montezin, the one that you've mentioned in the 838, 12s into 5s. So a little bit of interest there as well. And the Caltonian, 14s into 11-2. So bit of money for that as well there. So anyway, interesting enough day. I guess we'll go to tomorrow's then. Should we start? I mean, I suppose we could start with Ascot. I haven't really got anything, but I know that you had a few that you were a little bit interested in tomorrow, weren't you?
Yeah, I think the key here is mainly backing jockeys that you know, really.
Yeah.
Some of these from around the world, they're good. They're good in their own countries and whatever, but not 100% used to the way it tracks ride over here and pace and everything. So I think generally you learn quite a harsh lesson when betting on the Shergar Cup, and after that you become a little bit wiser.
Yes, I definitely agree with that. I tend to leave the meeting alone, but I think that you can get angles in, with the good jockeys from over here. If they're on the right horses, they can be good plays, can't they?
Yeah, it's almost not a 50-50, but you certainly have to look at the jockeys a lot more
Yeah.
than in your usual races. So yeah, got one or two. Sometimes there's a horse you fancy and it's ridden by someone, so you think, well, we can't go near that today, I'm afraid.
No. So where did you want to start there then? Or have you got anything there in particular that you wanted to talk about maybe?
Yeah, 245.
Okie
We'll
dokie.
start with quite a decent race. Insanity ran in it last year. Night Breeze won it last year. So you got a few turning back up that performed well in the race.
Yeah.
I mean, Insanity does have a chance, but the jockey, I'm afraid, is a no from me. So,
Okay.
whilst I do think it has a chance, I'd have to avoid getting involved there.
Yeah.
Night Breeze, however, ridden by Dylan Brown McMonagle, obviously won the race last year, is higher in the weights now, quite a bit higher than last year, but is in really good form, been running in competitive handicaps, has got the jockey on board, so I think it's got a fair chance. It is around 7-2, so it's not a massive price, but like I say, it's got the jockey, it's got the form at the track, it ticks plenty of boxes. ran well at Goodwood last time, ran well at Newmarket when beat by Sporting Silvermine. But Sporting Silvermine here has Utaka Taki, whilst a legend back in his sort of homeland, is not a legend over here.
Yeah.
So I mean, listen, obviously some horses can win with these jockeys on,
Yeah,
but
of
the
course.
percentage call is to not play them really.
Yeah, that's exactly
So
right.
my main selection there would be Night Breeze, and I wouldn't rule out Fantasy Believer, Safi Osborne on board for Ed Walker.
Yeah,
Ran whilst beaten I think it's about 4.5 lengths, 4 3/4 lengths last time. The winner had gone. Al Asden had good form from Royal Ascot. Study of Words was second, a lightly raced Godolphin horse. And this thing finished fourth last time, which I don't think was a terrible run.
no,
Dropped
and
a pound.
back down to his last winning mark.
Yeah, I think it could go all right with Safi on board. She rides Ascot particularly well.
Yeah,
So yeah, I would at 15-2. That's not a terrible price either. I
no,
mean, like I say, there are one or two others in there, but the jockeys will be question marks
yeah,
for me, and that's not really something I'd want to be taking a chance with.
no. Okie dokie. All right, so
So
Night Breeze and Fantasy
then,
Believer, the three you're interested in.
yeah, and this is certainly not one I would be betting. I would have been interested in Thundercall, despite it being a short price, if it had had a Ryan Moore, well, basically any of the jockeys I've just mentioned, really, Dylan Brown, McMonagle, or Safi Osborne on board.
What time's that?
But that's the next race,
Oh,
the
3:20.
320.
Okay.
Yeah. But with Jerry Chow on board, well, I don't know much about him.
No.
And at a short price, I certainly wouldn't be paying to find out if he's any good or not.
No, probably best. Probably best.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, and I thought the race was hard enough apart from that.
Yeah.
Then moving on to the 355.
Yeah.
And the horse I like in this is Archer's Bay. Ryan Moore on board for Marco Botti. It's quite an impressive looking horse in the flesh. I saw him at Newmarket first time out this year, and he walked in and he stood out, and you just thought, well, good looking horse, probably got no chance in this. Needless to say, he went and won at 16-1
Mm-hmm.
in what was quite a good race. It beat Waterford Castle, who's been really consistent. Rangatang, that there was a bit of a word for, was well handicapped that day.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the one I backed. That was quite a decent performance. It was his second run for Marco Botti from leaving Aidan O'Brien.
Yeah.
And since then, he's run some creditable races. Newmarket, Rowley Mile, third, July Course, fourth, but didn't get a clear run really. Never really had the chance to open up that day. Steps up in trip here. Ryan Moore on board. I think he might run. Well, I think he should run pretty well.
Been well back,
I mean,
isn't it already?
yeah, unfortunately, as soon as the jockey bookings came out, there was money for him straight away.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
Obviously, Haseki is in there. He's quite a short price with Safi Osborne on board. Well, she's quite a short price, should I say, with Safi Osborne on board. But I'm not certain. It's up £5 from its last win. Not sure about the form, really. I mean, the Leicester win, not Leicester, the Chester win, even, was only okay. Philly's handicap, then won at Ascot last time. But
Really?
while it says it's a class 3,
Mm.
you look at the horses in there,
Yeah.
Incense was rated 93, but I mean, that was beaten 6 lengths and has barely lifted a leg this year.
Yeah.
And Folk Pageant 90, I mean, that was beat 7 3/4 lengths. So it was a class 3 in name only, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
So I'd be questioning that form. And at a short price, I wouldn't be rowing in with it. Obviously, the plus is Safi Osborne on board. So if anyone did want to back it, I wouldn't berate them, that's for sure. But
it's too short, isn't it? In a field like this, you know, you are now.
yeah,
I would think betting that at 7-4 would be absolutely nuts.
yeah. I mean, I think from Royal Poetry upwards, I think they're all sort of better horses than it's been taken on.
Yeah.
So at that price, I wouldn't want to get involved. I mean, I think I would have thought Blue Hercules is a little bit interesting, but
Jock.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's a she actually, isn't it, Jamie Melvin?
I'm not too sure, mate. No.
Yeah, I think it might be. She's
With,
won. I think she's won Grade 1s, but
has she?
well, yeah, but I think it's over in Australia, and every other race is a Grade 1 over there.
Yeah. I mean, with your selection, the horses obviously ran in a Class 3 at Newmarket there, then not beaten very far. I know it was only a 5-runner race at Newmarket, but it was a listed race. And then last time out was in the Class 2 for 51 grand, not beaten particularly far. I think this race is probably a little bit easier, to be honest.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah,
What about
yeah, and
Step Up? Step Up in trip, all right?
I would have thought so. Yeah, I mean, it's quite an impressive looking horse, and yeah, I wouldn't be too worried about it really. I mean, it started off over 1.5 miles a furlong last year as a 2-year-old, so I would have thought by starting it off over that trip, Aidan O'Brien was already thinking this is a staying type.
Yeah.
While he's been running pretty well over 1 mile and 2, I think they probably thought we'll just keep him at it.
Yeah.
And now I would have thought a step up in trip shouldn't be a problem. And obviously the jockey's a massive plus.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I can't even believe he's riding in this. Normally, he'd say no to this sort of thing. They must have offered him a few quid, because normally he wouldn't show up for something like this. I would have thought he'd think this was a bit of a I don't know, a bit of a farce. But there we go. He's there, and it's a plus if he's on your horse. Yeah.
Well, exactly, and this won't be a Ryan Moore where he's sort of half-hearted either, because it's like a jockey's challenge and team points. I think he'll get Ryan Moore near enough at the top of his game.
Well, at 40 grand a race as well. So I mean, they're worth winning and putting a few quid in your pocket. So
I mean, the problem is originally when I looked at this, as soon as they were declared, it was 9-2, and that was before the jockeys were assigned whichever horse they were going to be on. And at 9-2, I was quite obviously happier with the selection, but
says here
yeah,
11-2.
well,
so, I mean, that's even better, isn't it?
yeah, exactly. But yeah, with Ryan Moore on board, an improving sort of 3-year-old colt,
Yeah.
I think it will go well.
Okay.
And I'd probably take a chance on the step up in trip being fine.
Yeah. Okay.
And that, well, again, in the 4:30, I just wanted to mention the Ryan Moore horse again, that Ian Williams. Again, another little theme there. Ian Williams does target this meeting because of the good prize money, and why not? I mean, you're guaranteed to only be facing 9 other runners if you're actually in there for good prize money. It's you can't beat that really.
No.
And he rides Ozat here, which anyone that saw his Goodwood run last time, he quite literally never got a run, never got out on the bridle the whole way. And Billy just let him coast home, really. It was unfortunate. Impossible to know how close he'd go, but
Yeah.
there was a little bit of money at big prices for him just before the off, and unfortunately never able to show
what he had.
Yeah. And his run at Royal Ascot over the straight mile, he was 8th of 28 at 125 to 1 that day, and he ran quite well.
Yeah.
Was a little bit unlucky again. So he's not really had the rub of the green, this horse. Ryan Moore on board. You'd like to think he'll get a better shot at it tomorrow or today, as anyone who's listening. Only 100 to 30 though, that'd be my worry. He wouldn't be one I'd back, but he would be one I'd be interested in.
He's 4-1. He's 4-1 in a couple of places. Coral and Ladbrokes have got him 4-1.
Yeah,
but not too bad that one. Not, if you, it's a little bit better anyway.
if you're having bets on the meeting and you wanted one in each race, he would be my selection anyway. There's a couple of others in there, like Crown Board ran really well here last time, but Frida Valskar would, I'm afraid, put me off. I struggled with her name, let alone how good she is as a jockey.
How did you know her first name's Frida?
Well, it does say it on the racing post. Right. Oh, well, in all fairness, I'm not even 100% certain it is a woman, so I hope it is, having said that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I quite like EBT's guard. I think he won this last year, but with Surej Narida on board, I'd have to pass him over this year.
Yeah, he actually does ride. I think he's over here now, isn't he? Well, I've certainly seen him riding over here quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't know, when did he ride? Did he ride at Glorious Goodwood, or he certainly rode? He might have ridden at Brighton yesterday.
Yeah, well, he's. I'll tell you what, mate. Yeah, actually, I can't.
I know.
He did.
I think he
Brighton
rode a winner.
Yeah,
he rode a winner at this meeting last year, but I mean, quite simply, you are going to get that sort of jockey winning occasionally in these races, because I mean, sometimes a horse is quite simply too good.
Yeah, exactly.
But whether EBT's guard is, I'd be questioning. I quite like him, and he nearly almost certainly will run well, because he always does. And like I say, he did win this last year, but yeah, I'm afraid.
No naps.
I'm afraid. Yeah, no, the jockey booking says that I won't be backing him this year. So I know, as sort of simplistic as it does sound, I do think if you fancy a horse and it's got a jockey on, who is okay, I'd go ahead. And if you fancy one with a jockey you don't know who they are, I'd probably be a little bit more cautious here.
Yeah.
So that was Ascot, really.
Okie dokie. All right. Well, we'll move on to Haydock, where I had one that I really, really fancied, and guess what? It's a non-runner. Unbelievable. That was Wichard. Wichard is out, which is disappointing to say the least. So there we go. I've got nothing to say about that race now, really. I don't know if you have, but
no, not really. No. If I spoke about anything, it would have been him.
Yeah, I think we both liked him, didn't we?
Yeah, it was not given a good ride last time, so it's a shame, really.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, because Saturdays are difficult enough as it is, and when I came across him, I thought, he looks interesting. Anyway, all right. Well, 409. I don't know if you've got anything. You've got nothing before the 334, did you?
No.
Okay. 409. I have got Norfolk Blue and Galba written down. Galba seemed to run a fairly good race last time out at Sandown behind Home Hero. They were 5 lengths clear of the rest of the field, but they should have been. The horses in behind there rated 60 and 55. Not exactly world beaters, but finished well clear with the Home Hero. I think Home Hero ran yesterday and didn't run any good. So that would put a bit of a kibosh on the form there. So moving over on to Norfolk Blue. Norfolk Blue ran in second behind Lyra Lee over the 7 furlongs at Sandown last time out. Kieran Fallon was on. Lyra Lee rather got the jump, I thought, and was rated 74. So Norfolk Blue was held up out the back. Didn't get the rub of the green, I didn't think, but stayed on quite nicely. So Visor on first time, Murphy on, still off 67, would have a small chance in there. Don't know if you had any opinions on the race. It's not jumping up and down, but they were mine.
No, I didn't really have an opinion on the race, to be honest.
Okie dokie. All right. Well, I've got nothing else in the final 2 races either, so I don't know if you've got anything.
Just got a small interest in this Mountain Cat.
Which is, oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's the yeah, it's a funny one, that Stevie Donahoe. When I saw that, I thought, crikey, blimey, that he's not my he's not that I dislike him, just not the regular jock. I would have thought Murphy would have been on, although he was on with Bill Knights there, isn't he? I don't know. It was a funny one, didn't you think?
Yeah, a little bit unusual. Yeah.
Yeah, to see Stevie on, but yeah, he's an interesting horse if the money came. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. 2 wins.
Yeah.
In his first 2 races. Quite impressive at Doncaster.
Yeah.
And then stepped up massively to run in a Group 3 at Royal Ascot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a baptism of fire, really, for him.
Yeah.
No surprise he wasn't involved in the finish, but with cheek pieces on first time, in a hand, sort of back down into a handicap. It'd be interesting to see if he can go closer.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very strange because Murphy rode him when he was 1 to 14 at Wolverhampton. It's absolutely bizarre.
It is a bizarre one because, I mean, I personally don't fancy Tilted Kilt
No.
1 iota.
No, exactly. That's what I was going to say, because it's not exactly as if Tilted Kilt looks like he's got some big chance.
No. No.
maybe
I'd pretty much
let
give
him
him
out.
no chance.
No.
Yeah.
No, maybe Murphy and Binser all fallen out.
Well,
But,
he rode a winner for him last night, so it must have been a recent falling out.
Yeah. We have very, very strange. Be very interesting to see how Mountain Cat forms in the market, then, won't it? It's forecast to be 11 to 2 second favourite as well. I mean, like I say, unless Stevie's riding out there and he rides this horse back at home,
I just think if he did, then he surely would have ridden it already.
Yeah, don't know. Yeah,
yes, it is a strange one, but he is by far the most interesting horse in that race, I think.
Yeah,
it's impossible to strongly fancy him, that's for sure. But if you were having a bet, you'd be worried about him because it's just his 2 wins obviously were all right, and then ran in a race he couldn't win at Royal Ascot. So it's hard to know exactly how good he is.
Yeah, drop back down in trip as well. So yeah, you would, absolutely bizarre.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh, Home Heroes entered in the last race as well.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't run very well yesterday, by the looks of things.
Yeah. Well, I'm not certain Luke Catton will get much more out of him. That's for sure.
No.
Dear, oh dear.
Oh well. There we go. I've got obviously nothing else for there. I guess we can go to Air. Let's go to Air. Got a few down in Air, much to everybody's excitement. I've got nothing till the 6:30, and the 6:30 was a little bit difficult for me, but it's one that I just wanted to talk about because there's a few that are kind of interesting in here. I've got Tiger, Phantom Shadow, and Uncharted Territory written down here. We had the Uncharted Territory, didn't we, last time when it won for the channel, didn't we?
Certainly did.
And I thought won it fairly nicely. Forecast good to soft in places, so that will suit. One on good to soft ground there. Todd Hope was on. Lewis Edmonds. I mean, I can't say I've ever seen him ride for David O'Meara, I don't think. The other thing I was going to say is 3 from 50, 6% in the last 2 weeks. We've been talking about this, haven't we, with the O'Meara yard? It's a funny one. I'm not sure whether they're in the best form at the moment, but the horse certainly was, won fairly nicely last time out. The other one, Tiger absolutely hacked up last time out, only got a £5 penalty. Ryan Kavanagh is taking the 3 off to negate some of that. So I thought that wasn't a bad run there. And the other one, Phantom Shadow, absolutely bolted up last time out as well with Jason Hop. Was a Class 6, so he is stepping up in grade, but came from Roger Charlton's, Harry Charlton's, and I actually liked him on this day, and he fairly flew home and won very, very easily. So there were just 3 interests. I mean, obviously you've got the Crisford horse in there as well. Can't imagine Dougie Costello's had too many rides for them either. Didn't love that, but all in all, a tough race. I probably wouldn't be betting in the race, to be honest with you. But there were just 3 that were of interest in there. I don't know if you had anything. It's a tough race, isn't it?
Certainly is a tough race, yeah. No, I didn't have anything really. Well, I say really, I didn't have anything at all.
Yeah. Okie dokie. So, on to the 7 o'clock. I've put Theory of Everything is dropped into a Class 4. Forecast rain would be a big help. £5 lower than last winning mark. Likes Air, 3 runs, a win and a place. Jason Hart booked. Forecast be 13-2. Yard, form not great? ? The other one that I had down was Janna's Journey. Air, course form reads 8 runs, 5 wins and a place. Likes some dig in the ground, so rain is a plus. £2 above his last winning mark, but was placed off 85 last year, and the apprentice claims 5, so back £3 below that. Yard seemingly not in form either, forecast to be 8s. They were of some sort of interest as horses, but I am just a little bit concerned about yard form for both of them, to be honest with you. We had Hale N last time out, didn't we? But this is a step up again, and £5 for that. I don't think that I'd be surprised if he was back in the winner's enclosure. But Theory of Everything's obviously pretty well handicapped now. And Janna's Journey has a very, very good course form. So just a couple of interests in there. Probably not going to be rushing to the bookies for them, but that was what I had written down anyway. Anything in there at all?
No, I didn't really have time to go through properly, if I'm honest.
No worries. Okie dokie. 8 o'clock. I've I've got Highfield Viking. Interesting to see if there's any money for him, having dropped to his last winning mark. Is a course and distance winner. Had a short break. Jason Hart on board, having ridden a few of these in this race, so probably had a choice. Although we obviously know that he's John and Sean Quinn's stable jock, really. But I'm sure if they thought this thing's an absolute donkey, they would have said to Jason, well, look, because obviously he rode Running Son of a Gun last time, didn't he? He rode Black Storm, Phoenix of Dreams. He would have had an option to ride. So I just thought it was interesting that he'd chosen to jump on this Highfield Viking. The other one was Circle of Trust. Won nicely over course and distance last time out on soft ground, improving sort. There are quite a few 3-year-olds in here that could improve, though. So, although not a race I'll be jumping up and down about, they were just a few that I was interested to see how they went. So, nothing else there but Redcar. I haven't got anything until the 3:12. I don't know whether you went through Redcar.
I think it was relatively brief.
Okay. Well, I have got one at Redcar, which I'm relatively interested in, and that is Illy's Roo. I mentioned this last time when the horse ran at Ascot, and I said in the brief that I'd be more interested in seeing the horse going back up to the mile, and here he is going back up to the mile, having ran a fair race at Ascot. To be honest, Tex won the race.
Yeah, it ran quite well, didn't it?
It did, and to be honest with you, Tex should have won the other day. If it had had a jockey that could ride, he would have done. And if you notice, he's doing all his best work in the finish again at Ascot. Now, the York run, he was 2 lengths detached from the back of the field and stayed on like a train to overhaul Hambleton, who had in turn taken 2 lengths out of the field. Get out of here, the Minutiae horse was a 13-8 favourite, and I thought Illy's Roo did very, very well to mow down Hambleton, who had nicked a march, and they pulled clear of the rest of the field. Hambleton has subsequently gone and won over in Ireland, and yeah, so he's upheld the form there, and ultimately he is forecast to be 14s, and I've said a double figure price would be fair. I think it'd be very fair, but if you could get that, then it'd be worth a small play and would certainly have a bit of a chance. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that would be a massive price, really.
Yeah.
Looking at this race, it must have some sort of chance.
Oh, I certainly think so. Yeah, I mean, if if I could get 8-1 or above, I'd certainly play a little bit. Like I say, he caught my eye big time the day that he won, and then obviously I had my eye firmly on him at Ascot last time out, and he didn't disappoint. He did prove to me that I think a mile is more his thing, and I think this race would probably be a little bit easier than the Ascot race too, so bit of a chance.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
So there we go. I haven't actually got anything else for anywhere else. So you're going to have to lead me if you've got anything anywhere else, right?
I don't have loads, but we may as well go look at Newmarket just quickly. There's a decent little 2-year-old race there, the Sweet Solera Stakes. Obviously, lots of horses that haven't had too many runs. I think the Godolphin horse is forecast to be a relatively short price there. I think it's around 5-4. Could be interesting to watch. Could be anything. Just the one run, won relatively well. Billy Lock name booked. Could be interesting. And Nui Declare ran well at Royal Ascot last time. Well, it wasn't Royal Ascot, sorry. Ran well last time at Ascot anyway. In the Group 3 fillies, won by Moonrise. That looked an okay race. So in a similar grade, you would like to think that'll run okay. Forecast to be second favourite, and then obviously you've got one or two others that have won their novices and step up now. So it'll be an interesting race to watch. Whatever wins, it will probably be a filly to keep an eye on going forward. No strong view from me there, that's for sure, but one I'd be interested in watching.
What do you think about the whole Kevin Phillipott fight? Like, he's taken over, and I just haven't, taken over for the owners. I just haven't seen hardly any winners. I mean, it's just like,
no,
what's going on?
I think they wanted essentially a private trainer, and the problem is you're not going to get a top class proven trainer, are you? Because I mean, why would they want to give up what they've already got and the owners they've already got and all of that to train for just one owner? And you certainly have to credit Ammo with spending the money and trying to build essentially a little bit of an empire, a force to take on like Yuga Dolphins, Coolmores, all of that. So you'd have to say well done for trying, but I'm not necessarily sure the trainer's going to lead them there. Really, he's unproven. I think. I don't think he's not really trained many good horses, and I mean that would be a worry when you're sending him really expensive sort of 2-year-olds and yearlings to train.
Yeah,
I think you'd want someone that knows how to get the most out of them. And I mean, you wouldn't mind sending someone in there as an assistant, like an old experienced sort of maybe ex-trainer or something that had some positive results. I mean, that might help, but I think it's a big gamble. I do think it's a big gamble, and I do think David Egan's a good jockey to have, that's for sure. But
definitely.
whether they'd be better off spreading their horses around other trainers.
Yeah,
I mean, I know they have some with other trainers, but maybe more with other trainers would probably help, I think.
I'm just surprised that they've had so few winners. It's crazy.
I'm not sold on the trainer, I must admit.
No.
If I had an expensive horse, I wouldn't be. He wouldn't probably be in my top 5.
No. Okay.
So I mean, it'll probably be a short price again, but in the 230 Mysterious Times, his run last time, he was behind that Flan Sunner of Simon and Ed Crisford's, which was sent off favourite for the group race at Glorious Goodwood.
Yeah.
And I mean, he thrashed him, make no mistake about that. And going into the race, I thought Mysterious Times I actually fancied him to win that day. So now he's in a nursery off a mark of 86. There'll be nothing of that sort in here. I would expect him to go closer. It's pretty much his home track. He should have won here 2 starts ago. Not 100% sure what Buick was playing at that day. How he didn't get a run in a 6-runner race until late on is beyond me. But there you go.
Yeah.
So that I wouldn't want to back him at a short price, which I suspect he will be, but I will be interested to see how he goes. I think he could be better than his mark of 86, but then there's probably 1 or 2 others in there that also are better than the mark of their mark that they have. So yeah, an interesting race to watch. And as it goes, Billy's got quite a few good rides on that card. So and quite a few good rides for Charlie Appleby. It wouldn't be beyond the realms of possibility that he bangs in a 3 or 4 timer.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you're interested in?
Nah, nothing else. No.
Okay.
Just a watching brief, really.
Okay. All right. Then. Well, is that
I was just going to say, well, there is one race at Lingfield I just wanted to talk about quickly.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
It was, I mean, it's got an old friend in there. The old Port Road's in there. It's the 740.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure the Simon Dow Yard are in particularly good form, to be honest. They've not really been gracing the winners' enclosure nor the place enclosure recently. So that would worry me as far as old Port Road goes. Otherwise, I would have given him a decent chance there.
Yeah.
Because he did win over course and distance 3 runs back.
Yeah.
And Harry Davis taking the ride, I'd see as a positive. He's got quite a good record for the stable when he rides for them.
Yep.
So that would have been a positive, but a little bit of a form boost for Huscow. Now, Charlie Hills isn't top of my trainers to follow, but he did run on the turf last time and was second to Desert Shadow. And Desert Shadow bolted up at Sandown last night. So the form of Huscow's last run is pretty good. He drops in grade here. I think he'll run well. I don't see why he won't. There's question marks about a lot of the others. I mean, Bold Suitor, I'd be staggered if it's up to winning this race.
Yeah, I know. It has staggered me a couple of times, to be honest with you. I haven't got a clue how he's in here.
No. Red Hat Eagle, again, don't think he's good enough. Tatty Bogle, returning ride for Callum Shepherd.
That's
which
it.
is
I was
interesting.
going to say that. Yeah.
He's back.
Where's he been?
Well, he's been injured with some sort of leg injury, I think.
Oh, is he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think so. Well, he had some sort of injury. I think it was his leg, but don't quote me on that. I mean, the Tatty Bogle does win races, but I'd pass him over here. I just think the form of Huscow is quite good, that last run especially. And the third at Newbury the time before that, beaten by Anastasi and Commander of Life, which then won at Doncaster after that, didn't he?
Yeah.
And Best Straight was in behind him, and I think he went on a bit of a winning streak after winning his next 2. So the form of the Newbury race really good. The form of the Lingfield race good. Huscow would be the one for me there, and I think he'll go well. I think he'll go close to winning.
Okie dokie. All right. Well, there we go. Thanks very much for that. Cheers for listening, everybody. And we will be back tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.
Okay, so that just about wraps everything up for today. Thanks for listening to today's analysis. If you found it useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you never miss our daily race previews. For our exclusive early analysis before the markets open, visit gallopinggurus.com and become a member today. We mostly rely on people's kindness to donate for our hard work, so if you feel like you got something out of our analysis or out of our content, please don't hesitate to go to the gallopinggurus.com website and hit that donate button. No matter how big or small, we appreciate your support. Be lucky, everyone. Enjoy the racing, and we'll see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao for now.